All right, I need some semblance of order on the goddamn couches for a second.
You just seen the
These are two of my favorite people in the house. For real, we go very, very far back. I'm only wearing my stunner shades because you have yours on.
Yeah, this is true.
Jeff and Eric from The Real, make some noise. Well, not from The Real, it's The Real.
It's The Real, yeah.
So already didn't introduce you the right way. Who's Jeff, who's Eric for the people that don't know? Don't
Stanley,
troll.
I'm Eric.
I'm Jeff.
Oh, I'm Stanley.
All right, nice.
I thought we were going that way.
So, there's so much to unpack on this episode because I feel like it's almost going to be like a back and forth interview because I know you guys probably have a lot of questions for me too. How I'm living my life these days, how I went from being a successful music mogul to this shit, to this fucking buffoonery.
Johnny, you look great, by the way.
Thanks, man. I've been losing weight because
He's been starving himself. It's a sexual thing. It's not because he's...
it's not what's. So do you remember who's who? When you ask your questions, who's who?
Oh, I don't remember the name.
Okay, let's start over one more time. Jeff and Eric from It's The Real.
I'm not going to remember.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Being honest.
So, I don't know exactly where to start because I know there's just so much history between us all, but I'm very happy to have you guys on because...
We're thrilled to be here.
Yeah, and you guys are hysterical.
Thank you.
And
You
I
have to
actually...
write it.
What?
You have to write it again.
Oh, yeah, his questions we need to write out for him. But... You know what I think is interesting is you guys really inspired me to even do this because you've been so funny for so long, but serious. Like people know when they come to do an interview with you, you're going to ask the serious questions. You guys are hysterical and you've always done stuff. I feel like it's hip hop driven, but it's humor driven too. And we've talked about that a lot. So I was very excited to have you guys on.
We're thrilled to be here. This is how far we go back with Johnny. Johnny was at 550 Madison. You had a
Sony
gigantic office. A corner. We were invited there by you because you had visions of starting, and this is 2007.
Yeah.
You had visions of starting your own network. You wanted to have original video content, and you liked what we were putting out there. And you were like, let's have a meeting. And we were like, yo, like whoever this Johnny Shipes guy is having us up to the Sony building, like whatever floor that was, all the way in the sky, and we were like, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. We went in there, we met with you, met with Evan, we sat down in that humongous office, all the way cramped by the windows, and you played us Bong Hits in the Hood.
Yep.
Cousin Todd. You played us...
That's how far they go back with me.
Some
he
other
goes
videos.
back with me that far. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys don't know each other, actually.
Well, I think we were introduced through Premium Pete on text, but we never met until right outside.
Yeah.
But you had these visions of creating your own thing all the way back then when you were working in a big corporate building.
Yeah, it was called Idiot Box TV.
Idiot Box TV?
Idiot Box TV, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So it is, my vision for Good Talk. Everybody says, like, what is it? Is it a label? It's a content company.
Yeah.
And finally, I'm able to, like, share that vision of what I want to be doing with the world for the first time. I don't have any partners. I don't have anybody telling me, just focus on music, just do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to play by any rules these days. And I don't think you have to, because there's just so much going on in the world and just people are consuming things so fast and quickly that it's like, all right, I've always loved comedy.
Yeah.
I've always loved music.
Yeah.
How do you fuse the two and make what I like to call like modern day MTV? Because back in the day, MTV had no rules. In the very beginning,
Yeah.
So like that.
We are absolutely on the same page. Our whole career has been independent.
Yeah.
Like there have been a lot of times when people wanted to work with us, but whatever we did, Stanley, whatever we did was always really, really different and interesting, and no one could take our voice. But that was the most important thing because you can't like duplicate us.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We sold the show to MTV back in 2015, and there was a point when they were like, oh, we could just get rid of you, keep the IP. And we're just like, you're going to recreate our story without us?
Yeah.
You can cast two guys from Iowa. Just bring them in.
Go ahead.
You know what's crazy is, like, I look back on that, and even then, because I've been trying to get you guys to do a deal with me forever.
Yeah,
you remember?
Yeah.
In 2007, they turned down my deal, the first deal. Then I think like maybe 2010, I tried again, 2015 again.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to court them. All I got was them to come on the show. But it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. It's a start. It's a start. maybe now you'll take me more serious now that you see Milk and Stanley.
Oh, absolutely.
that is-
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
First of all, they find me delightful.
Yes.
do.
I bet they do.
Can I start getting into my questions?
No, we haven't even started interviewing yet. These are my old friends. I haven't seen them in a year. Plus, he's had a
they
fucking
catch
hernia
up.
surgery. Oh, you had the hernia surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you had the hernia.
Yeah.
Great friend.
Hernia surgery.
You know about hernia surgeries because I had one and you had one too.
Yeah.
What, together?
No, but we've all had hernia surgery. Are you fully recovered?
I'm fully recovered. I can eat whatever I want.
Mazel.
Hell
Yeah.
Because it took me 2 surgeries to get it okay, and I think your surgery is still fucked up, right?
Yeah. If you're talking the hernia,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
What's
Oh, no.
wrong with it?
Fell apart.
Is that the bulge in your stomach now?
Yeah.
Are you going to go back and get
right.
it done?
No.
Because you're too old at this point, right?
No, they say it's
No,
going to
no.
look like a roadmap.
Johnny,
Because I had
crazy, bro.
I had something else before.
No, because they say once you get to a certain age, you don't want to have like certain surgeries.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're lucky you got it now. You don't want to have like a hernia surgery at like 60. But yeah, we should go around the room real quick just so you know who's who. So Milk, he wound up becoming part of the family, and as you guys know, I like just wild maniac shit. I had no clue what I was getting into when I found this kid. He's a great rapper.
Whoa.
So I flew him up here thinking, oh, I'm going to sign a really good rapper. He could really rap his ass off.
You have an amazing track record.
Thank you. And before I knew it, I'm like, is this like Cousin Todd reincarnate or fucking, I don't know what happened, but the guy is a fucking character. So he's here for life. Ray.
For life?
For life. He's pretty
Yeah.
much moved in.
Oh God, I have a really short lifespan. I'll be out in a couple years.
We're only tracking for like 7 to 10 years with him. You know, so yeah, for life is okay.
Right, sure.
That's nice. Ray is an incredible comedian. I met him through, I think, Slow and Trav.
Trav,
right?
yeah,
Yep.
both of them.
Right on.
So he's been doing his thing, and it really made sense to bring him on. Diz is not here as usual. He's very flaky, but you know.
That's our Dizza.
Yeah.
Then we got Stanley, who was brought by Don, Don has been with me from literally day one, like the early, when I was going down to fucking work with Nipsey.
Yeah.
Even Sean Kingston, right?
Yeah.
The very beginning, Don was there. So this is the Good Talk show right here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Don has crazy stories.
And by the way, shouts to everyone behind the scenes.
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
All
You have
helping
a really,
me out.
really cool team.
So Jacob, that's our like pseudo producer. He fucks up often.
Okay.
But it's okay because between him and Don, we have like a 80% hit rate. So some of the shit that might go on today is gonna be like, well, why is that a fuck up? And you just know. You know?
How does the air horn play into this?
So that son of a bitch Milk, he gets out of pocket often. Right now he's in the bathroom blowing his nose. He's finished a 3-day bender.
Whoa.
If he gets out of control, 3 horns and he's off the fucking show. He
Wow.
gets kicked off every episode. So he's already 3 minutes in.
He's at-
Milk,
Mostly because of slurs.
Oh my God.
Milk,
Isn't
you
like
can
you're
start.
slurring your words?
Exactly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You seem to have some questions you wanted to go right at with them.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, by the way.
Oh,
Who's
thank
who?
you. Appreciate
Who's who then?
I mean, Jeff and Eric.
No.
One of them are twins, but they're not twins. I'm Hot Carl.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
I'm hot calling.
This is the Hype Men reunion. But I first heard of y'all, or when I first saw y'all when you guys were doing sketches.
Yes.
I think the first sketch I saw was with R.I.P. Slaughterhouse,
Yeah.
and then I saw the Max B one.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what years were you guys doing sketches like?
2007, 2000. No.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2010.
So and I must have saw it on like Nah Right, right?
Totally. Yeah. Absolutely.
So and will you guys ever do sketches again?
I mean, I think like elements of it, but probably not like that.
That actual.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no more blogs for us to put the videos on. You know.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
But what is that? Was that your like way to get into?
Yeah.
Sort of,
So.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we're originally from 30 minutes north of here, right, in Westchester County, and you know, back then we were outsiders. We were like nobodies in this world where superstars were unattainable. You couldn't reach out to them. There was no Twitter. You couldn't just DM somebody. You couldn't just like try to like connect with all these superheroes, right? And so we were just like, well, we got something to say, and maybe there's a way to do that, and that was the videos that we started creating that got on your radar, Johnny's radar, and a lot of people, because of places like NawRight.com, or
Misinfo, World Star.
Two Dope Boys,
Yeah.
people like that. So the blogs offered us an opportunity for our videos to be right there next to a Jay-Z song, or a
Right.
Fabulous song, or like, you know, news about Nicki Minaj or whoever, right?
But you're also skipping that, like, before that, you were working as a videographer for like Kanye and Missy and
You
Jim
were?
Jones and other
Yeah.
people.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So like that gave you the perspective to be like, hey, this is what behind the scenes is like. This is what the actual culture of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Kanye, before he put out College Dropout, was touring around the Northeast with like Talib Kweli and like Lil Brother, and John Legend was just John Stevens, and Don C was DJ Offbeat, and so like, you know, they were on the rise, but I was just like, they have a film company, I want to rock with them, let me just go meet them. So I went down to Asbury Park, New Jersey. They were playing a show down there. I waited by the bus, met Consequence, bought 2 of his mixtapes, and he was like, you're good with me. And so I met Don C, met John Monopoly, and the next thing you knew,
The rest is history.
I was out in LA for the Grammys with Kanye West, his
I had
videographer.
no clue that was
That's
part of your
fire.
backstory.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's really dope.
And still friends with everyone from that team but Kanye to this day. So, but it, like Jeff said, that did allow me like this chance to meet Lior, to meet Kevin Liles, to like get in these circles where all of a sudden I was then like
The guy.
in demand.
Yeah.
And so that led us to have this perspective where we're like, you know what? Let's try and sell a TV show. In 2007, no like contacts in the industry, nobody like, you know, with our back or anything. I know there were a lot of people on like online who were just like, oh, these guys must be funded by like their dad who runs like, you know,
Yeah, they thought that we were
Hollywood.
related to Leor.
Yeah. But
Is your last time Cohen?
it is not.
Okay, they just thought that.
Just
could be-
subtle,
yeah,
just
yeah.
a little subtle anti-Semitism.
Yeah. Oh,
By the
no,
way,
no,
happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays to
We
you.
didn't even start the episode.
I'm sorry.
You see, we have a fellow Jew on the.
I
on
do.
the couch
Stanley,
right
are you
Stanley.
Jewish?
Are you Jewish?
He zones out from time.
Oh no.
He's actually GD.
Oh wow.
Oh my.
They let the GDs in the know.
What is wrong?
You're wearing the
with
right
that?
colors.
So with that the case, no one was gonna buy a TV show from these guys. Like, who are we? We're nobodies, right? And so we were like, okay,
You
let's
lucked
just
out not selling to a major because they would have owned
agreed.
you forever.
But you don't know
Yeah.
that in the
Yeah.
in the moment, right? You just at that time you think I need a television show on cable.
Mm-hmm.
I need like a huge manager to manage me.
Not to cut you off,
Yeah.
when you try to sell the skit show.
We tried to sell a
Yeah, go
30-minute idea that had the sketches, that had live performances, that had interviews in
Sketches,
it.
sorry.
And we were no good at any of it, right? We were nobodies. And so we went on YouTube and we were like, let's create these videos ourselves. And the first video we ever did was called Deconstructing Biggie.
Where we took Biggie's line, "Your Max, my style, you're admiring, don't be mad, UPS is hiring," and looked at it from the DH.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
And it went viral. The second video we did, we threw an early retirement party for Lloyd Banks.
He did
And-
not like it.
Yeah, that went poorly.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
guys might have genuinely started viral before viral.
We weren't like the
Wasn't-
first
yeah, it wasn't-
guys,
no,
but like,
I want to say,
Yeah.
my bad to interrupt. It was almost like the first people to do like hip hop comedy and like spoofing
Yeah.
in our day and age, for sure.
And you know
Like,
what?
If you could say comedy, Kings of Comedy or whatever
Yeah,
before that, or
yeah,
Def
yeah.
Comedy Jam, but not like how you guys
I mean,
did it,
like
where it was
Chappelle was right before. I mean, like
Yeah.
I don't want to say like we invented it, but like what we did was when there was nothing else, no other venue for rappers to like be funny or show other parts of their personality, like we were there.
So like all of a sudden Bun B calls us and he wants to be on the show. And then like
Cameron,
and
Oh yeah.
the Clips,
yeah, Nick Cannon,
Yeah.
Pete Wentz,
Amanda Seals.
Travi from
You guys are so
Gym Class Heroes.
ahead of your time because
Max
this is
B.
before podcasts.
Yeah.
this is
Oh, yeah.
before everything.
Charles Hamilton.
And I was gonna say that too, right? Like, what's missing today that you guys is like basically that y'all had back then is artists like that don't have a platform to even show their personality. So that's like when he said y'all was ahead of your time.
Yeah.
That's such a true.
Yeah,
statement.
like really
So-
inspired me. I do think when I think of this show and stuff, like, oh, some of the stuff you guys did. I think it's 2 Jews and 3 black guys. Is that what the name of the show
So
is
with the
called?
Locks, we have a podcast called 2 Jews and 2 Black Dudes Review the Movies, which is only like 2 black dudes because Jada was often edible and fell asleep when we were naming it.
Got
And
it.
so we're like, we're not going to rename it just
Right.
because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
woke
yeah,
up.
yeah.
You know?
But you know what's crazy is that much like this, for a long time we had a weekly podcast where people would come over to our crib.
You had me on.
And we did have you on, and do this 2-hour journey down your whole life's path, right?
Yeah.
And everybody from Johnny to Cardi B to Rick Ross to Drake's dad to our mom. Like everybody was on, right? We did all these episodes, but much like this, people would come over and never leave our home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jim Jones would just stay for hours because he was comfortable on our couch. It was like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Kick
Yeah.
Jim
Me and
Jones
Don
out?
always talk about this because we've had such crazy careers. You know, he more focuses on film and TV. I focus more on music, and there's so many ups and downs and dealing with the bullshit. The artists don't even bother me. Like some people be, oh, artists are so difficult to deal with. We're all artists in our own way. Like in terms of just ups, downs, wake up moody or whatever. But like the industry that we all hate, right? Because it's just dealing with like these fucking corporate fucks. It's like refreshing because you're able to like just kind of do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're able to just kind of, right? Like we started from zero, built our whole ecosystem the same way as you guys did, pretty
Totally.
much. You know,
Yeah.
and now you're, I feel like, in the driver's seat for whatever it is you want to do next.
I like to think so too, but like it is interesting to be ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Because like that doesn't get you paid, it doesn't get
doesn't.
you famous,
It
it
doesn't.
doesn't.
It
It's
doesn't.
just later on you get a lot of like, you know, nice compliments from people and like that gives you that push to get to the next thing. But, you know, along the way, we would have like, you know, Kevin Gates walks off the set of The Breakfast Club and then he's booked to come over to our apartment to sit down for an interview and we're like panicking because like what's gonna happen? Like does Kevin Gates hate us already? We don't know. Comes in, we open the door and he just gives me the biggest hug because he's like, I fuck with your energy, right? Sits down at our kitchen table.
And he like pulled out his like grill. Like he started doing like a whole dental like routine.
No, not flossing.
Yes,
yeah, the whole
at
thing.
our table.
Yeah.
See, Don was just flossing in the living room. That's disgusting. You don't know what's coming out of those teeth. You know what my biggest pet peeves are?
What's that?
I do
From
it.
anybody that stays in
Yeah.
this house,
Oh.
you listen to this, okay?
Bitch,
If-
if I did it, you would have told me.
Well, I haven't
think
seen
you
it, but I'm
probably
just
have.
letting you know.
Shoes off on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just keep your don't even get me started with the shoes off. But if you're fucking flossing your goddamn teeth anywhere but the bathroom in my house, if you are cutting your goddamn nails anywhere but the fucking sink in my house,
Yeah.
do you know I called a meeting? I'm gonna find this email and put it on this episode.
Yeah.
I called a meeting in my old office because this son of a bitch Prob. Do you guys remember the kid Prob?
No.
He was Diz's brother. You know Prob, obviously.
Like his blood brother?
Yeah, his half brother. He
Okay.
used to grow his nails out like this long. And I swear to God, one morning I went in there and there was about 6 talon claws on a fucking. These are actually the couches from the old office. And
Yeah.
I was not disgusted. I was perturbed. And I didn't know it was him at first. I sent an email to the whole office. I said, yo, we are not starting our workday today until I find out who the fuck cut their nails and left them right here. And he comes in, he's like, oh, it was me, cuz, you know, I was a little drunk last night. So I was like, yo, there's no excuse for this shit. Clean them up. I don't even want to touch them.
Yo.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's your
that.
home.
Yeah, so the fact that you let Kevin Gates floss his teeth in your kitchen,
Yeah, you want to know what was worse than that?
Is
though?
appalling.
There was one woman who we will not name who came over to our apartment.
This is yeah. I mean, she came over. She used my bathroom. We had two bathrooms.
I knew not. I just felt like that's where y'all
Yeah.
was going.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't want to name her, you don't want to
Go
put
ahead,
her. You
go
said
ahead.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
You said Cardi B was on the show.
We love Cardi B. It was not her. Okay. This was somebody. So she came over. She used my bathroom, and then she turned the toilet paper around.
Like, how do you get so uncomfortable
Wait,
with
what?
someone?
Yeah,
like,
Yeah. So
I don't
like instead of
understand
going
feng
over,
shui.
she went under.
You can't
I was
sit
like-
there and like use the bathroom without like just having to turn it around.
She literally turned it around.
And it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like one like
That's
you could
some
just
Larry
fall
David
off.
shit. That's some curb shit.
Yeah.
She chose to take it off, put it on, lock it up, and then.
Can we guess who it is? Oh, I'm
You
sorry,
say
go
whether-
ahead.
That's what I always tell people. If it's turned around like you say, then I always say you gotta make it so when you pull it, it comes straight to you. This way.
yeah.
A lot of gems will be dropped in these episodes. A lot of fucking
So my
gems.
rabbi's wife says, okay, you could go around and fix them then. She wasn't going during services to
Just gotta let
fix
him
them.
finish. You just got.
And I don't know where that came from or went, but it's important to
Yes,
me.
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for that.
Rosh Hashanah. Talking about the rabbi's wife.
He's talking about the
76 years old.
Yeah.
Does everyone here get invited to Thanksgiving?
Absolutely. We're talking about right now. Maybe you guys can help. I want to do a Halloween dressed up theme, show, but I can't figure out. Like, I know he's going to be Gandalf
Okay.
for sure. Gandalf, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings.
I
And
didn't like that movie.
you didn't?
No.
Well, there were 3 of them, so
He said that he told me on the car ride in today. that he's down for the Christmas episode where he plays Santa's elf.
I love that.
That's
a good
Stanley.
one. Yeah.
Yes,
So there will
Stanley.
be some good, episodes.
No,
based
I
on
worked
that.
in a place and I had this big beard, and my and the supervisor of the store said, "How about doing, since you got all of that hair at the time and this big beard, play Santa Claus?" I said, "Hell no!" I said, "The Santa Claus wasn't a midget." So he goes, "Well, okay." I said, "But I could do the elf." Only if the manager of the dairy department, who was tall like him and heavy, does it with me.
Tall like shipes.
So he said, "You get him, you got it." And for the whole weekend, we just walked around, played Santa and his elf, and got paid for really doing nothing.
The music is great. So look, that's a great story. we call that a good talk. That's a good talk. I have a question.
And then they were selling what they call mercantile stuff,
Yeah.
which is stuff, that's not edible.
Yeah.
And they had a picture. They had a picture shaped like what do you call that? A bird who looks like a tuxedo he wears.
The
Penguin. A penguin.
Yeah. So I said, I want that on top of my regular pay.
I had mushrooms before this episode. If it's that funny, or if I'm just tripping right now.
By the way, I didn't, and I feel like I did.
Well, anyway, I ended up, the girl who was selling it in her department, she ended up getting it for me. Not at her price, but just at the store price and the employee discount.
I got a question.
Wait, real quick. Tom, when you guys drive in together,
Yes.
who drives?
I drove
Don,
today.
I can't drive anymore.
You're not allowed to?
Anymore.
Listen, his dad, when he was growing
No, I
up.
got a bad habit.
This is a true
In
story.
the traffic.
This is a true story. Stanley has 5 DUIs. And
No, wait a minute, Dom. You're not just gonna
That's
bypass
not over
that.
with 5.
You're
his father created a cinder block in
You
the
know how you
car.
put a block on a bicycle for a kid?
Yeah, he
Well,
created.
he made a block like that for me.
So you could drunk drive?
Yes.
Well, because if you notice, the gas pedal,
I know that part, but if you kept getting real
He
weird.
put Johnny.
Bob is
He taped
crazy.
One
a
pedal is
cinder
always
block
higher than the
to the
other.
gas pedal, so that
Guys
he
want to
could.
wrap up the interview?
But I could have got one of these.
Wait, so you have 5 DUIs?
I don't
That's
Yeah.
different. I'm not gonna lie.
In
That's
his day.
crazy.
In his day.
That's
Who
outrageous.
told you this? Tony? He makes
Yeah.
up stories.
No, you know.
I
I actually have a serious question.
Yeah.
So you guys had your career, and very recently you did the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, the blog era.
Yeah.
which
I have
is
a
an
bone to
incre-
pick with you guys about that afterwards. No, you
Oh.
go first. You go first.
incredible piece of journalism.
Thank you.
One,
Yeah,
It really
writing,
was. It really was.
production. Talk me through the thought process of that and how you sort of created that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so we'd been doing our podcast, the weekly podcast, for 5 years. People were coming to our apartment. At a certain point, we were like, when the pandemic happened, we were like, we can't keep inviting all these artists and their 30-person entourages to just like trade COVID for an hour and a half. And so we were like, let's do something that's a more narrative. Like, also at that point, Tory Lanez had a podcast. Everybody was on
Montana had a
Clubhouse.
podcast.
Like, it was just like everybody's doing the same thing, and we wanted to just do something different. And so we knew the story we wanted to tell, which was the blog era story. We wanted to tell the story very badly, and we were like, let's tell it with all the people who we felt moved that culture. And so we spoke to 150 people. It was 500 hours of audio. We edited it down to 10 episodes.
Yeah. We thought this was going to take 2 months. it turned into a 3-year project.
I mean, it was genius. You know
Thank
what I
you
mean?
very
Like,
much.
We're working on something right now called Loud Packaging for the Smokers Club, the
Fire.
history of cannabis packaging.
Love
Because
that.
it's just in your face how crazy it's become.
Yeah.
But like similar to you guys, like that was the blog era was such a moment for us. Like you could say us because of our age, but
Yeah.
technically hip hop in general. Like you could be old, young. That the blogs were literally telling you what was what. It's like playlisting today. If you didn't get on Nah Right,
Yeah.
or it's you heard that new or whatever
Yeah.
it was, like you'd be fucked up.
So before the blog era, artists like Jay-Z, like DMX, like Ja Rule, you had to sign to a major label, you had to go a certain route, you had to end up,
Get
you know,
press.
get press, you have to be on Hot 97, on MTV, in XXL. If you don't, then you're not gonna, have any level of success. And there was a machine that made sure this stuff happened. What the blog era offered was a new chance to get around that. If you were a Wiz Khalifa or a Currency or Wale or a Drake or J. Cole or Kendrick or whoever,
Keep going.
it was a different way in.
It was almost, now I say that there's no barrier of entry for artists.
Yeah.
Correct.
They don't even need me. They need me once they start to buzz and I can
Right.
now shape your career. But
Yep.
to get on and just get a buzz, you don't
Yeah.
need anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was really the very first, I feel like, inkling of where music was going to go. Like, if you had a Steve-O in your corner, shout
Yeah.
out Steve-O from GFC.
Yeah.
Who I hired. I don't know if you know the whole.
Yeah,
So
totally.
he didn't even have a laptop. He was in the Apple stores doing his marketing and
Yeah.
promo off their laptops.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, you're dope at what you do. Here's your laptop. Let's go. And he put me in the game. Before that, Dizza was never on blogs. They didn't know about cinematic,
Yep.
none of that shit.
Yep.
And that was really the first thing where the majors and the corporations couldn't tell us shit. It was like, we're doing funny cinematic TV episodes.
Yeah.
Too probably out of the box for like a corporation to push. But we would do it and show up on all these websites and like
And all of
we
a
built
sudden,
following.
your artist has a different way to showcase who they are, and then it's just like you found Cootie and Chike. You guys went down to Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Like you guys made Big Crit a thing. It's the 6th biggest city in Mississippi. This is not like a natural fit. It's a New York-based thing, an Atlanta-based thing, or an LA-based thing. And all of a sudden, an artist from Pittsburgh gets on, an artist from New Orleans who's not down with, Master P or Birdman or Lil Wayne anymore gets on. If you're from Toronto, no one cared about Toronto back
At all.
then.
Yeah,
At
you
all.
did.
Not even the Raptors.
No.
I have to put that out there.
Yeah.
Not even
Well,
the
you
best.
couldn't, back in the day, like really just till probably the last 10 years, like if you weren't from one of those major cities,
Yeah.
you couldn't be a rapper coming from Connecticut
No.
Yeah.
and being like, oh yeah, he's dead nice. They
No.
go, fuck that. He's
Right.
not from New York. He's
Yeah.
not from, now it's
Yeah.
It's crazy. And the other thing about the blog era is that you have all these artists who people like grabbed onto from day one and were able to grow with them. That's why if you're a Currency, you don't have to be signed to a major label. You can own all your shit. You can tour all year long and you can support yourself and have merch and like these different ideas and live a life that is just like amazing, right?
So because I want to keep going on this topic.
Yeah.
So as Milc takes a shot of tequila and swigs
sorry,
it,
fellas.
chases it with a Modelo.
I'm sorry.
Who do you think is going to kick the bucket first? 76-year-old Stanley or 33-year-old Milc?
Wow.
Jesus,
Yeah,
Stanley.
I'm rolling with Stan.
I'm going with
I
Stanley,
agree.
too.
I think Stan's got another 20 in him.
Stan is my man.
Oh,
Your sleep
no,
apnea,
Stan.
Yeah, Stan's here.
Yeah, he's
Stan's
good,
here.
like-
Your sleep apnea.
Should we
concerns
play
me.
the sleep
This is
apnea
actually
video?
normal
Play the
for
sleep
guys.
apnea. Should I send it to you so you can pull
Like
up
if
the
he
most
was
recent
awake
one?
right now, we need to be worried. Like if he
Send
was
that one
awake
in,
right
Don?
now, we need to be scared.
Don, did
But
you
this
send
is
that one
actually- This is him. He's good.
I think the
I'm proud of
OG
him.
one.
I'm
No,
gonna
do
tell
not ride
you.
with him. 20 DUIs.
Oh, facts. Don't ride with him. I
Listen,
won't with
we
him.
normally smoke a lot of
We've
weed
done
on these
too many
episodes.
episodes on the sleep apnea.
Yeah, we did
We should
smoke
show
today.
guests. I want to.
I don't wanna show
I'm
guests.
trying to convince you to go to a doctor.
I hate doctors. They're
You need to
evil.
go, my friend.
Evil?
They're quacks.
Listen,
He needs to go.
I don't
Yeah.
we usually smoke this
You go
place
to
out.
a
This is
doctor.
this is the least smoked out
Yeah.
I've ever seen this house.
Facts.
And this fucking
Facts.
animal sits here, drinks all fucking day, inhales. He leaves with a secondhand high. Everybody complains about getting secondhand high. This guy is a tank. He doesn't
Never
even
complain.
complain.
Wow.
Never.
Never.
I never complain about
You don't
a
either,
second
but
again
you
high.
you just you feel a little more out of shape. You feel a little more on the decline.
No, I'm not saying, Stanley, I hope you live another 25 years. I'm not saying I'm going to outlive Stanley. I'm just saying, can we please not do the sleep apnea thing for another fucking
Last one, and
episode.
then we'll
No. Jesus Christ.
we'll never talk about it again. So I was telling you guys how I live in the asylum with the inmates, or
Yes.
whatever the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was literally last night. This was 2 nights ago. I just sent it to you, Jacob. It's about 5 a.m. I'm trying to go to sleep, and this is what I hear. Sleeping on this couch right here, and it was.
That's because
disturbing.
my room was turned into a sex den.
Oh God.
It's kind of true. It's kind of true.
Do you guys have HR?
No, we.
No, it's me. I'm the HR. I'm applying.
You're not doing a
I'm
very good
gonna
job.
apply.
We need
Not
an
doing a
HR,
good
though.
job.
We need an HR.
Girl, what they said.
Yeah, we need an HR. Holy shit.
Wait,
So-
Johnny, hold on. I'm sorry. You
My
said
bone to
you had
pick.
beef with us.
Yeah.
No beef.
Okay.
I love you guys.
Yeah, we love
there
you too.
could never be beef.
Okay.
And I love the blog era final version of it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was left out of it. I did my interviews. Wait, hear me out. I
Yeah.
did my interviews. I gave you everything.
Got cut on the cutting
Bro,
room floor.
I got cut on it. And listen, and not to toot my own horn,
Yeah.
but between Nip, Joey,
Yeah.
Crit, Dizza, Spitta, Wiz, I felt like I was a decent part of that.
That's a hell of a lineup.
And then it came out, and I was like, damn. And you guys are my brothers. I was like,
Yeah.
what was it? And I
Okay.
really want the truth. Nothing's gonna
And no
bother me.
shots.
Yeah.
No shots. No
This
shots.
is this is the truth. First of all, you are all through episode number 6. We do talk about you, but as far as your quotes, we called you. This is during the pandemic, so everything was crazy. We did call you. We texted you, and you negotiated times through your assistants.
Got it and never made it.
No. Then we did make it.
Okay.
And we had a phone call, and we were, even though we've texted and had each
Yeah.
other's phone numbers for 17 years, we were put through a third different phone number, and you were on like a conference call with us. You gave us about 25 minutes. You seemed like you had something else going on, which
Right.
again,
Yeah.
maybe you did, right?
You big leagued them. You big leagued
I would
them?
never big league you
No,
guys.
no,
I would
no.
never big league I would never do that to them. They're family. That's what I'm trying to
25 minutes?
It wasn't big time. I think you had a lot of other stuff going on
Right.
that you were like a little here, a little there.
Yeah.
And we can send you the audio. It's very.
It just wasn't good enough.
You informed us on stuff,
Yeah.
but it felt like you had your head sort of on a swivel.
What was going on during COVID?
Got it. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Even though I didn't know Milc, that's your second one. Because I missed the podcast because of you. I just feel like it was because of you.
When you don't know
Okay,
what to
fuck
say,
that.
just
I'm
blame
fucking-
Milk.
I'm
Just
going
send
with my
everything
lawyer
Milk way.
into whatever
Nah,
you
that
call
wasn't
it,
your second one.
object.
So I
I do feel like I'm being punished somehow.
All right, so
But this
basically
is
just
can I
because.
ask a question?
Yes, but I have to finish my. I just wanted to know. I couldn't
See,
sleep.
that
as good
deserves
as
an
I
air
did.
horn,
So,
but, like-
just so I understand. So it was really because I and this is good for my learning curve on future things. I wasn't giving you guys the attention that was needed for that particular situation.
Yeah, I think that the information you provided us was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we paid tribute to you in the 6th episode.
Thank
but
you.
as far as like quotes from you,
Yeah.
you're right. We did not.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right,
end
I
up-
fucked
end
up.
up
All
having-
good. I could have been on drugs. I'm a very sober person these days. It
Yeah.
might have been. I don't
Yeah,
know.
He's been eating shrooms all week.
That's not drugs. I don't,
You
I'm
just
talking
ate
about
a
harder
whole
drugs.
half bar of
I'm talking about harder drugs.
I'm sober
He
these
ate
days.
shrooms
bro.
last night. And he's eating
Listen,
shrooms right now.
This is coming from the HR guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Human resources.
Yo, weed and mushrooms are not drugs to me. They actually enhance my mood. Before you guys got here, I was in a fucked up mood. The only thing that put me in a good mood was eating a few mushrooms, knowing you guys were coming.
And the incredible performance I put on in the first
Look at that.
podcast.
Yeah, look at Milk.
Thank you, fellas.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a real question. Go ahead. You had a question?
So you cut Johnny Shipes out, but the whole, I heard Mickey Facts
Yes.
far too long.
Oh,
And-
damn.
No. Before, let me clean that up.
Oh, hold on.
Shout
So
out.
he's critiquing. I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. It's a joke, kind of, but shout out to Mickey Facts. You're an incredible rapper. It's just his airtime. It was a lot of Mickey
Well, let me
Facts.
say
But
something.
yeah, but like, oh.
Mickey was. Let me say something.
Yeah.
Mickey was and Steve-O.
Yeah.
Was Steve-O in? I forget.
Yep.
You did right. They were literally the first. Like them and Charles Hamilton, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Were like the first guys doing it. Like Mickey and Steve put us on to what the fuck the blog era was.
Out of all the kids who were on the first, really the second, but it's the first freshman cover.
Yeah.
All those kids, Cuddy
Yes.
and Currency, and Mickey Facts outran them.
Yep.
He was in commercials.
Yep,
he was like
everything.
flying to Japan.
Off
like,
of block. By the way, because he had been around. I know Mickey since he's 16.
I know.
He used to do
He had a different
everything
name,
together.
yeah.
He went by
Renegade.
Renegade. Okay,
Yeah.
you're good.
By the way, Dizza told us, and this is in the podcast. He was just like, "Yo, that was just like my guy."
Yeah, no, literally.
That's,
We
and
used to
Evan
all be
told
in
he
a
was just like
studio together,
It's just Dizza's friend.
nonstop. And Dizza took off because he was on the mixtapes and stuff. Renegade, aka Mickey Fax, didn't. Then he found a place
Yeah.
in the blog era and exploded. He was bigger than Dizza at a point.
He ran the Lower East Side.
But also, so okay, some people complain about there's too much Joe Budden, there's too much Mickey Fax.
There's always too much Joe Budden.
But like
In life, in our timeline, there's too much Joe Budden.
But
Go
the thing
ahead.
about the podcast is that these are the most dynamic arcs from that story.
Yeah.
And so like that's why those stories were important. Not only because like they were the firsts, but also because like they had such ups and downs. You know?
Yeah, I feel you. And all the way, Mickey Fax is an incredible rapper. I was just like, wow, it's a lot of Mickey Fax.
Yeah?
Fucking Walter
Second-
Cronkite today.
Second
13
question.
died in Vietnam.
Jesus Christ, it's my first time being sober on 2
Yo, Dom
podcasts.
is crazy, bro.
This is me sober.
Yeah, I was like, that's
It's crazy that you just look like such shit, but you are sober today.
Thank you. You look like Brad Pitt, brother.
Hey, that's nice.
Thanks. Cheers.
That's a compliment.
My second question is, what would you say is after the blog era? Everybody says, well, it's the streaming era, it was SoundCloud era, it was. I've heard people say podcast era,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah.
What do you, in your mind, when did the blog era kind of fizzle out, and what was the next thing? What happened?
By the way, that is a really good question.
Yeah.
That was very well done.
Long hair, really good.
You know what? Just for that, I'm taking
Oh, no.
one back.
Yeah, welcome
That's the first time he's ever gotten one strike removed. You're not gonna get kicked off this episode. This is incredible.
No, he really just had me sitting here like, yo,
It's a
blog
good
era
question.
is really faded out. I never thought about
Right,
that.
what
So,
is-
No, that's a good question.
That's a great
The
question.
blog era, as we have it,
Yeah.
faded out in 2012, right? The peak.
Whoa.
Whoa.
2012. So 2007.
That's early in my brain.
2012. Well, yeah.
But by
Yeah.
14, there was
Yeah.
streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
Totally,
So like,
yeah.
and you have to like give like 2 years on each side to
Yeah,
like
yeah, of
transition
course.
in and out. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's peak years were 2007, 2005. You could also go to 2005 to 2014. So
Okay.
it's about
Because even now with streaming, right, it's to a point where like playlisting does not matter the same it did the first 3 years.
Totally.
You know what I mean, you're just like, oh, we made playlists. That's almost like a given.
Yeah.
But it
I
was
mean,
really
I make playlists. It can't be that big. Sorry. Shout out to everybody. Get me on a playlist, please.
He's really come into his own this episode.
Fantastic.
yeah.
This is his.
He's really every episode. I don't know what you're talking about.
So look, we're going to show you 2 highlights of Milc. And
Oh
why-
my
And why I'm
God!
so concerned,
Can
and
we
why
go
I'm
full
so
screen?
and by the
Go
way, hold
all the
on,
way up to
hold on,
100.
Yeah, and,
Bro,
and also
stop.
hold on before we do this, mind you, he'll sleep wherever. So
Also,
this
those
is
are-
upstairs.
These are all shoes I've stolen from Johnny. Those are
Listen,
Jordan
it's true.
10s
Yo, I
I've
found
stolen, 11s.
Do you guys have the same
$2,000
shoe size?
I don't know what's going on with this kid. I found $2,000 off whites downstairs that I haven't worn in 2 years. I said, "Who wore these?" He's like, I wore them. They fit great. But look, so this is him sleeping in a random room upstairs.
God.
Go ahead. Yes, it
You gotta
looks like
put the volume on 100.
Guess I'll never be Ja Rule.
So now, if you pay attention to the stomach, it's like a fish that just got on the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about you, bro.
I think Miss Trump's Where am I?
He don't know where he's at right now.
What did I?
Bro, you gotta get that seat
studio?
out there and check that. It woke me up in the next room.
He's like a Grand Theft Auto character.
My mom called me about this.
All right, now, an even more concerning one. It woke me up at 5 a.m. It woke me up at 5 a.m. last night. Go ahead, Jacob.
Was it like? Oh my
Oh,
God!
another one?
Well,
Oh,
hold on, pause it for 1 second. So the first one, because he's like almost a cat, he'll sleep anywhere in the house. So first one was upstairs in that bedroom.
By the way, Johnny loves cats.
Yeah.
I love cats. And then the second one was on this couch.
Oh, Johnny's
Yeah.
in love with me. He's infatuated with me. some
I
might
fuck
say.
with you. I love you.
Yeah.
Why do we gotta see your nasty ass feet?
This does feel like
Creep.
there's about to murmur like that.
oh my God.
At least I got a blanket on.
How is the other person sleeping?
That's Moose right there.
You moved couches?
No, I moved downstairs.
Hey, how was my other? I would have
What's
slept
up,
in the
Mike?
Watch,
backyard.
watch.
I would have went to the backyard and slept.
Watch. He's gonna catch a second one now. Look, good.
Turn up.
Here it comes.
He's trying to get it out. Not yet. Nope, not
This
that
is
way.
fucked up. This is exploitation. Where's HR?
Hit it.
I wake up eventually.
Yo, it looked like you're really like.
I was concerned for him. Keep that. Don't remove that. Keep that for the rest of the episode.
You sort of like Sam Kinison now.
This is a horror show.
Yeah.
No,
This is
Milc.
an intervention.
Milc. As much as we play around, this is not healthy, brother. You just gave an aggressive meow.
You can't breathe. He can't breathe.
Literally, like
All right.
God, I gotta hear about this from my
you
mother.
gotta have 911 on speed.
Does your
dial
mom
for
watch
this guy
this?
right here.
My mom watched his little clip the first time they did a podcast. Who was up here? I don't know.
Oh my
Jesus
God,
Christ,
yo.
Ray.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is Milc.
I have some composure, Geek.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Johnny, are you awake at 5 a.m. or did that wake you up?
No, I'm awake at 5 a.m.
Oh, he's definitely awake at 5 a.m.
I'm
He's
awake
doing all
at 5
type of
a.m.
creep shit, watching all type of weird pornography. Amputee porn he's into now. It's very weird. No, fuck that. I'm going bad after all this fucking exploitation.
Get on the horn.
No, do not horn me.
Earmuffs.
Ow!
That's one. And we will find two more before the end of this episode.
I love the reaction of everyone plugging their ears.
I don't even need to.
So look, we're gonna go
Yo, keep
into.
this off the screen, bro.
I think we're gonna leave that. Because you know what? This is motivation. The way I lost weight, where my two friends who haven't seen me in a long
This
time
is
said I
not
look
great.
great, is because I had health issues. You, my friend, have health issues, and because I care,
You can do better.
you could do better. You could drop 30, 40 pounds. You're gonna feel great, and we're gonna do it together. And that's your motivation right there. That ugly. You know what? Earmuffs. That's number two. That's number
Fuck
two.
that.
For that fucking face.
Fuck that.
For
That's
that face.
that's
That's a face only a mother
That's a
could love.
mixtape cover right there.
Yo, everybody flinches but Stanley.
Stanley don't give a fuck.
Stan, look alive, baby.
Stanley's reading his questions. We've got some questions. So we're going to go into a Stanley segment. There's a lot more intelligent shit to talk to you guys about. We're going to get there.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have anywhere to be, right? No. Neither do I. Okay, good. I don't run a record label or anything important. We're good. Stanley, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Who is the most underrated rapper from the blog era?
Oh,
Oh.
most underrated. Jeff?
Man, that's hard. Because there's so many people who were underrated.
Yeah.
And so, like, you could go, like, Cool Kids, you could go, Pactive, you
Yep.
could go... Because, like, they didn't even get to, like, get on, like, a double XL freshman cover
Right.
because, like, they were all groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who do you think?
I would say the Cool Kids.
Yeah.
I think the Cool Kids, aesthetically, sound-wise, they set trends for so many people
Yeah.
and never really got the credit.
So I think most overrated was Charles Hamilton.
Overrated, okay. Yep.
That didn't...
That's
I
It didn't
wasn't
work
upset,
for
but I'm
you.
just
Yeah,
throwing-
yeah, yeah.
It did not work for me. I
Okay.
knew he was from horror. I didn't like the whole story. He wasn't that good.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Because I know how much it means to us.
Yeah,
But as a record executive,
yeah. I'm not an exec. Don't call me. I'm an
No.
entrepreneur.
a record entrepreneur.
Oh,
no, but I'm saying
Executives are very
that-
square.
Warn him
in the
for
box.
that shit.
somebody
Jesus.
who works music and helps careers get made. Storyline. How important is that to you?
In an artist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because like it's funny. I won't say their name, but I flew an artist up here last week, and I was so happy I did.
Milc.
Here, 4 months, brother.
He never left.
I've been
Yeah, he
letting
never
him
left.
stay.
He's literally been here since May. Okay, he goes home for like a couple of days and then comes back. I'm not getting rid of Milc.
This is squatter. This is squatter's rights
He
right
might
now,
own this
brother.
place.
Wow, I was about to say that.
He might own this building. I don't know. We gotta.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna own the
I am
building.
fucked if he's put some mail in his name and it's coming. Has that happened yet? So, No, it's very important. So this kid came here, the music was great,
Yeah.
and nothing else checked out. And it was street music. So
Yeah.
if you're making street music, you're not from the streets.
Right.
Not only can I not get behind that because it just feels phony, but the streets are going to feel that.
Right.
So the authenticity is very important. And I
Yeah.
feel like every artist I've ever signed has been that. And when I
Totally.
haven't gone with like that formula, it doesn't work. It just
Yeah.
doesn't. So yeah, that's my answer there. And then
We gotta take this off, or I'm gonna fucking.
No, it looked like you just fell through
It's
a ceiling. It looked like you just fell through a ceiling and you just gotta leave it
Sorry.
there.
So-
Jacob likes having this on. Jacob is
I know.
such a
So-
Jacob is a sadistic fuck. You fucking weird
All right.
bitch.
My most underrated though, and I'm curious your guys' opinion here, and because he's our friend and my brother, I don't
Yeah.
want any. We don't have to be partial in any way. I felt like Smoke Dizza never ever got the props.
Great job, Jacob.
Here's my producer. Here's my producer.
Great job, Jacob.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Look, he's got two remotes. He
He
doesn't
didn't
know
get
what
even mute
works
it.
what.
He's just turning the volume
Yo,
down.
the volume was at 90 something.
It was a very slow
Yeah.
decline.
Yo.
That word is
Burrow?
burrow.
Okay.
Like how but
You
real
are
quick,
right.
because
That's a great-
Dizza,
yeah.
think about this.
Yeah.
And I never understood it myself, right? He never got when he was at his peak. Like
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
DD172,
Yes.
that version
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah.
On every feature, the mixtape shit he had on Smash, Big Mike, K-Say,
Yeah.
Who
Yep.
Kid, whoever the fuck it was.
Yep.
And nobody ever gave him the full credit I felt he deserved.
You know what? That is a fantastic point.
Yeah.
Smoked is and to this day, I love his music that he's putting out. I love the way that he has never switched up. It's always been truly him. But this goes back 15 years. You're right. Set trends, showed people how to do it.
He has records with Nip, Kendrick, Rocky,
Yep.
Yep.
Q.
Yep.
Milk.
Like,
West Ham.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because we need you on. But tread lightly, bitch.
But it's true. Okay, so Jeff and I went to Smokers Club Festival in California.
Yeah, the one
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Dizza showed up. There was a little bit of maybe a traffic issue or something
It was
like that.
it was a difficult.
He showed up late. There were also a zillion artists, so they had to like cycle through
Yeah.
on a fucking clock.
Yeah.
Like there were they spun the
they
stage.
cut his set.
They cut his set
right?
short.
He was pissed.
But in the 15 minutes that he did do,
Yeah.
killed it,
Yeah.
right? And that fan base was there for him,
Yeah.
and he should be looked at as one of the greats.
I always
just
thought
along
that too, and not even just because he's my brother.
No,
like I just and I could never put my hand on it. It's like okay, people know him, people like us love him,
Yeah.
the fans love him, but like he just never got the props he deserved. And when you look at some of the albums he gave,
Yep.
the concepts of covers,
Yeah.
the fucking features, which were through the roof, just interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead with your second question, Stan the man.
Jacob
You're
pulled
coming
the
back to the
board
board.
for
You're
some
coming back to
reason.
the
Hold on, sorry, my producer, my A-list producer, has
Yeah.
pulled his questions.
You know, it's funny because he was killing it before.
Who, Jacob?
Yeah, and then it like sort of hit a wall.
What did he do so good before?
Just
Remember when you turned on the volume?
Okay, good.
Yeah. No mute button.
By
He
the
had the
way,
video set up.
Every time that the air horn comes out and everybody covers their ears, I notice that you like just don't.
I'm deaf in the ear. I have tinnitus.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. So.
So
You're
this is
deaf in
extra
your ear too?
punishment.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's amazing. I'm not even trying to play you right now. The fact that you're so good at music and you are a very good rapper and you can't hear out of one ear is
Yeah.
crazy. You
And
can't see out of
tinnitus.
one eye either.
Yeah, it balances out. That's also why I'm a
It's
super
opposite
taster.
ears?
I taste everything so well.
I mean, it's
should get-
opposite ear, opposite eye?
No, it's my left ear. And this eye's dead.
Wait,
So yes.
You only see out of one eye.
Yeah.
You go. Oh, I never knew that, bro.
Last night we were watching Penguin together because now I have movie nights with Milc. This is what my life has become. I'm 44.
Oh, shut up. He
I'm
loves it. He's
44.
like, Milk, are you ready to watch a movie? What do you want to watch?
It is true. It is true. I'm not gonna lie. It is true. He's my one friend. But I'm 44. I have 2 children.
Yeah.
And at like 11:03.
Well, you can claim me on your
Three.
taxes now.
At
so
11
I think-
p.m. now, I'm coming downstairs. I'm like, yo, you want to eat some mushrooms? And why? I heard Penguin was great. And we sat there and watched it. But I was curious if you could see it all because there was a lot of like
Oh.
subtitles and stuff. But you see pretty well, I feel like.
Yeah, when I do like this,
One-eyed Willie.
You got a driver's license?
hell the fuck no.
All right.
How many?
I have no depth perception.
How many DUIs do you have?
I don't have any DUI.
Let's go around the room. Everybody say how many DUIs they have.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead with your next question, Stan.
Which borough has the best rappers?
Brooklyn.
I would say Brooklyn as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Yonkers.
I'm going
Not a borough, but
Not a
I
borough,
guess.
but
It's not a borough.
You can add them to the bro.
Yeah.
If you want to.
I agree with Brooklyn.
yeah.
Definitely
We're
Brooklyn.
here in Brooklyn.
Oh, I'm definitely going Queens, by the way, actually.
Wait, huh? Queens got a few, like, they got a, like,
No.
Nas,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Run
Nas.
DMC.
Run DMC.
But you can't.
LL Cool J.
But if you're saying
50.
the best
Queens
rappers,
can
we're
rap.
talking
Facts,
lyrically.
facts.
Yeah.
lyrically.
50 Cent. There's
No,
a lot
if
of
you want to
shit.
talk lyrically, you gotta go Brooklyn.
I was gonna say,
I'm
because
Gucci rap, created
lyrically,
lyrically.
50 wasn't the best lyricist.
At all.
He's
No,
one of the
but he
best
was
hit
MC,
makers.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Same
No,
Run
not
DMC,
him.
they weren't the
Yeah.
best lyricists.
Totally.
Back then, there was better
We're
lyricists.
just going off of lyrics.
Well, I just feel like the best rappers, if you're talking about the best rappers, is
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Biggie.
Yep.
That alone. Like,
You could go Jay-Z, Biggie, and Fab alone off of wordplay.
Right,
It's
Fab,
nasty.
Fab
Yeah.
is crazy.
It
It's
is
nasty. Just off of them three off of wordplay.
Yeah. Do you have any attachments?
These
to
are my
this?
favorite
Okay.
rappers.
Yeah.
Macklemore, Machine Gun Kelly,
Yeah, yeah.
Keep
Bubba
it
Sparks,
down.
Machine Gun
Jack
Kelly is
Harlow,
lyrical,
Yeah.
Milk. There you go. Those are the 5 pillars of hip hop.
Wow.
What's your next question, Stan?
Stanley.
Here, let me bring it over here.
Stanley, are those prescription?
What's that?
All right.
Stanley has a question. Oh, wait, let me tell you how Jacob is fucked up next. So he took the board to I think, clean it up. But now there's words missing, like, you know, you can't really see what's
Is
that,
it like
what's that
Mad
say.
I didn't write it.
Oh, who wrote it, Don? Demetrius, my best intern.
I bet it's fine, by the way.
What is-
Wait,
It's
I
never
don't
who
know.
you expect.
Go ahead.
Demetrius is your best
read,
intern?
read up to that part. Read
Hold
up to
on.
that part.
Wait.
If,
Jeff, what's your question?
if
Wait,
aliens
hold on,
came
sorry,
down-
hold on.
Demetrius is your best intern?
Demetrius is my best intern. Listen,
Disagree.
no, time out.
Further disagree.
Time out. Owen is my best intern if it comes to entertainment.
Sure.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
But my best intern who puts in the most work that actually gets done is Demetrius. Luke, I can't speak on you. You're brand new. Look, he looks like he wants to kill. That's a serial killer. That's a future serial killer. That's the second episode today that he's looked crazy at me with this one fucking eye. Those are blue eyes,
No,
aren't
this
they?
might be his theme music.
Look at him. He's not even cracking a smile. So to answer your question, Owen's the best.
Yeah.
Like,
Owen's the best.
you know how I feel about Owen.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I am an Owen stan.
Yeah.
Same.
Fan favorite.
I feel it doesn't make sense. Where'd he come from? By the way, where
Yeah.
he came from is incredible. Did I tell you?
Yeah.
I think I did. I told you. But the most efficient intern, if I needed to like get something out on the same day, like mail or fucking get something, absolutely not. No. Owen can't do any of that. Owen's not gonna do any of that. Demetrius is
Wow.
the guy.
Wow, all right.
Demetrius just got a job at United Masters. Because he put in hard work here and then moved on. I couldn't, if Mike or Dave hit me from United Masters
Yeah.
and was like, oh, should we hire Owen?
Yes.
Well, no.
Get him
Owen,
out of here.
no, Owen should be like an executive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
You're thinking micro?
Did play the drums?
Owen is macro. He's macro. He's not a true micro.
You're right.
Owen be
You're
taking
right,
care
you're
of
right,
you.
you're
I
right.
can't lie.
Let me tell you the mind.
It
fuck
did
Owen
take him
we're
2
gonna-
hours to count 200 t-shirts though.
I bet.
That was
I
the
bet.
craziest shit
No.
I've ever seen.
His follow through is so poor. It's like I don't even like how is this a millennial thing? Like what is?
I don't understand the disconnect because, like,
I'm not
Owen.
even a millennial.
What are you?
Gen Z? Yeah, we're Gen Z.
So hold on. Let me just tell you one thing about him. Cause if it wasn't me, like a normal person that would have him as an intern would be fucking furious, flustered,
Yeah.
and all of the above.
Yeah.
So you'd imagine who sent me him would be like some fucking poop putt or just whoever.
Yeah.
It's one of the most powerful attorneys in the country, a litigator.
By the way, that 100,000% makes sense.
Why? Because he's a nepo baby.
No, but it's not his son. So what happened was, and I really fuck with this guy. He helped me out a bunch, and he's like family to me. His son, you know, all my cinematic TV stuff.
Yeah.
I lost it at one point. I lost everything.
Yeah.
And I offered all the interns $1,000, whoever could find all the interns.
Oh.
His son, Joe Weiner. Is it Wiener or Weiner?
Say wiener.
No, Joe Weiner.
That was good.
Joe
Yo,
Weiner.
let's promote him.
That was good.
He's promoted. He'll never go out. He's literally here for life. He can't even leave.
For
If
life?
somebody offered him,
He's my A&R.
He looks like security.
he does, right?
Yes, he's a one-stop shop. Seriously.
So,
like,
Owen,
I've also never seen it, but I know he's got a hog on him.
what? No, Johnny, give me the horn. Give me the horn, Johnny.
No, that's number 2.
God damn. What are you doing?
You talk about a man's genitalias on this fucking
Oh, I'm
show.
just trying to get you some pussy out here. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Owen, how many picnic baskets have you stolen? How many picnic baskets have you stolen?
Picnic baskets have I stolen?
Yeah.
If you stole more than one, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think I've stolen any.
Sorry, pick a Nick baskets.
I don't know what that is.
He don't know what that is. He's lost.
So hold on. So let me just finish. So his son, Dan Weiner, the very successful attorney, litigator at that.
Yeah.
Okay. His son found all the old cinematic TV footage, so they're in my heart forever, right?
Yeah.
Like that was very important to me. All the
Yeah.
Cousin Todd stuff, Nip, everything.
Yeah.
So they found it all. Dan hits me last summer, and once he's like, "Yo, can you do me a favor? My son's best friend really wants to intern for you." I'm like, "Sure," and I don't get back to him because I just forgot. Hits me again,
Yeah.
and I didn't hit him back.
Oh.
I just like forgot.
Yeah.
Hits me a third time. He goes, "Johnny, come on. I really need Owen." So I'm thinking he must be an all-star intern, which he is in his own right.
Yeah.
This kid comes in and I'm
He
like,
looks like he
"Dan."
bounces for say less right now.
Yeah.
I was like, "Dan, this is who you send me?" Because the first like 3 weeks he's come in, I tell him, "You'll be here at noon." He'll come here at 2-3 p.m. like it's oh, my car broke down. Oh, I got in a car accident. Oh, the mechanic. Like the
came without his
excuses.
laptop the first
He came in with his laptop the first day. No, without his laptop the first day. The second day he comes in, he's sitting here. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm waiting for my laptop to charge." Like, what the fuck kind of? His excuses are incredible. His excuses are top tier. What school did you go to?
Well,
Harvard.
like college?
Yeah,
Binghamton University.
Binghamton.
Wow.
Shout out to you. You didn't get a degree.
Hell no.
There you go. There you go. I hope Jaja turns out just
No,
like
no.
him.
But you went though.
I did at the new school, both of those schools.
And he could play the drums really good.
I don't know.
Okay.
Really well. Really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, now back to Stanley.
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry, Stanley.
That was a. Here we go.
Stanley's tired of us.
If the aliens came down and you needed to
Play.
play
One.
songs to bridge peace, what would you be?
So let me just.
You're gonna translate.
If the aliens came down and you needed to play one song to bridge peace, what
Wow.
would it be?
Wow.
I don't even know where that question came from, but it's a good one.
That is a great one. Yeah.
I did nothing for that one.
You did that? You did that one? That's what I'm talking about. There he is. Jimmy. All right. Yeah. There we go. You guys want a producer? You need a producer? Got you.
A broken clock strike twice a day, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say Slam by Onyx.
Wow.
I just saw Onyx perform on Saturday.
Wow.
Really?
Where?
They at Static Shit, Hidden Tiger.
Oh shit.
They showed up to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
three
yeah.
songs.
Right on.
Anyway, incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let the boys be boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what a message for the aliens.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I might do the what's the Thanksgiving song by that lady where it's like yams, hams, potatoes.
Yeah.
He made that
Say
up.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Yams.
There we go.
Yeah.
Didn't Fetty Wap out of yams?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Free Fetty.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably play
I think I would just trot out a Filipino and let him do karaoke.
That's a beautiful thing. Trot one out.
Okay.
Filipinos have beautiful voices.
Yeah.
No, they're incredible.
Yeah.
And they're just smiling people, so I think.
Bro, Milc is undefeated.
Yeah.
Like, in real life, he's undefeated.
Was that crazy?
I'm so glad he didn't die
I'm
last
sorry.
night.
Yo, I'm gonna get
Like,
canceled, bro.
No.
Milc might be the
Get
only
somebody,
person that can do what he do, bro.
While you're thinking, I think I would play Devin the Dude Doobie Ashtray. It's a peaceful song. It's like it just popped in my head right now. That's what I would do.
Can we get Devin the Dude on the podcast?
We can. That's
Are we not?
Oh,
good
I
enough?
know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm the biggest fans of you than anybody here.
That's not true. I love these
Cause
guys.
I'm a soulful person. I'll go Curtis Mayfield, A Dozen of Roses.
Okay.
No bullshit.
Nice.
Yeah.
What-
Keep the
what-
peace.
What would you play them?
It can't be Klesmer.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I don't know those songs.
No. What's your favorite song?
I like the oldie stuff.
Like?
Like?
So aliens are here. They're gonna fuck us up. We gotta play them a song to say
keep 'em
peace.
calm.
What are you gonna play them? I might even play them like Outkast, like Spotty Audio Delicious. You know?
Yeah.
Aquemini.
Yeah.
I think
Make
I
them
played
feel at
some.
home.
I think I played some Soldier Boy.
Donald?
Okay.
Yeah,
You
that
gotta
sounds
go
good.
something in
Yeah.
Bob Marley's canon. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's why I said
Some
Devin a little
reggae,
bit. Yeah,
some
maybe
reggae
something
or
like that.
something.
I'll make
Stanley?
love to you, Boys to Men.
Soldier
Wow.
Boy, man.
Wow.
Soldier Boy, you like Soldier Boy?
Hell yeah, Soldier Boy.
What's
Tell-
up, Soulja Boy?
We're both
Wow.
SOD.
Yeah,
and what is it called?
It's a TMJ.
Yeah.
I have another question. After the blog era,
Yes.
you guys are big storytellers, right?
Mhm.
So you're still young.
Yep.
I'm sure you have a ton of stories you want to tell.
Yes.
So what has been the conversations about what is the next, if it's going to be something that's going to take 3 years that your
Yeah.
heart is going to be in?
Yeah.
What is that going to be?
I think that whatever we do next has to be. The reason the blog era worked is because we cared so much about it.
Well, you lived it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we want to tell stories that we could be authorities for. I think there's so many like opportunities out there. Like, would the
Fuji's.
the Fugees be the best story to tell? For sure, right? Because like everyone in that group is, you know.
Praz is going to jail.
Yeah, and like
did he get sentenced already?
I think he did.
Yes.
And now he's suing Lauren. I mean, there's like so much drama there and like so much interesting history. You good?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
You want
get my-
his scaring the guest
Trying to get my
now,
balance.
man. Come on, man.
So
Play the music. Play the music, right?
Play the
Yeah.
It's like Twin Peaks.
I know it is.
I know the ADD is crazy on this show, but
No, I want to. Yeah.
yeah,
Please
if,
keep going.
if it's coming from Don, it's a serious.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
God forbid.
Also appreciate the Mets hat. So
Yeah, Mets tonight.
let's go Mets.
Yeah.
I know. So
I'm from Queens.
whatever it is, we want to be
Shady Milc.
the right guys to tell it, not just like, you know, sending a good story to like Vice or somebody that like is just looking at it from a outsider perspective. Like, I think it's important to us to be inside to have those conversations, because what worked for the blog era is that we could call Johnny, that we could call Currency, that we could call Wiz.
Yeah, like
and,
we have those
So
connections.
you're
we
saying
have-
something that's what made it special based up versus like a Vice or whoever who would have just
Yeah.
called 10 people. And
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So whatever your next story is, it needs to be that to you as well.
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
that we have to have like deep connections to those things. I mean, like, because you know,
Also,
we
if you
have-
spend 3
What
years
about
on
like
something-
like a story on the locks? Like what
Yeah,
about
yeah,
like,
Yeah, honestly, we would tell that story.
You know?
They do have a documentary that they've
that's
already
coming.
like made, but
yeah, but like I think that there's like another thing that we could do with them. It doesn't have to be a documentary, but like, you know, I think that there are other stories that we can tell that like are not part of that thing.
yeah,
So with the success of the blog era and the
Yes.
piece of journalism it was and is, I'm sure you've been approached by other people
Yes.
who have said like, why don't you take this
yep,
Yeah.
and do it to
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what comes with that is dealing with all of the corporate things that we've talked about, that we've dealt with for 20 years.
They'll come with
Yeah.
a great idea and they'll
It
be
just
like,
comes with
Yeah.
all of this insanity and nonsense.
Yeah.
And 7 people telling you, well, you should say this and you
Yeah.
should say that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what has been your experience behind that?
Oh man.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the allure of that, right? Because it's nice if
Yeah.
like Hulu says, "Hey, God, what's your documentary or what's
Yeah.
your fucking story?"
Listen,
And
I'm
so-
sure you
yeah.
guys dealt with the same thing, which is that like it's always this cycle. No one understands you or believes in you. All right, you go do it, proof of concept, and then they're like, "Oh, let's do that again."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Okay, cool." It's kind of skeptical. How are we going to do this? And they're like, "Oh, like something totally different." And it's not that. Okay, so we're not going to do this. We're going to stay independent. We're going to try it again. And so it's like back to
But you don't feel like the success of the blog era, because I feel like that is like the peak
Yes.
of what you guys
Yeah,
have done
correct.
so far in journalism.
So I think
Yeah.
that has given us a
It's
new
totally
opportunity for
right.
people to be like, "Oh, 2 Jews and 2 black dudes," something that like no one understood before.
yeah.
Now they're like more willing to like, you know,
Yeah.
make this happen.
Yeah, I mean, but also, so like, and I feel comfortable sharing this, but like, right when we had put out the blog era, there was a lot of like good attention on us. We did take a meeting, or we ran into a guy who like we've known for a long time, and he was like, "Hey, Napster is a billion-dollar company in 2024. Who knew?
Right.
Who knew
Wait,
they were?"
it is right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, currently.
What?
That
Yeah.
can't be true.
It is.
How?
Yeah.
It is.
I have no idea.
I mean, technically, they literally started streaming when you really think about
Yeah.
it.
yeah, but like I don't know who's using that. Anyway,
No,
but
yeah,
like
I know, I'm shocked.
Yeah, not today,
so
but yeah.
so
It's probably the software
Well,
or
Justin
a
Timberlake
patent or
does it.
technology.
or
that-
just
yeah.
the name and the brand.
Yeah.
you know?
It's a
Sure.
$1 billion
That's something.
company.
billion-dollar
Billion-dollar company.
And so we were like, they came to through this guy. This guy said that would we like to do our next project revolving around Napster, and like they would be involved, and we could tell the Napster story. And we were like, we just told this other story that's so close to it, and like we don't want to reduplicate the same thing. And so like
Not to play devil's advocate, but is it that close? Like the blog era is one piece. Napster, I remember like stealing music off of Napster.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, but like, would you want to be in the business of like, hey, music, internet, tell the story, like
Right.
over and over again?
Yeah, I feel
like
I
after,
feel you,
remember
I feel you.
in 2017, Highline Ballroom, it was like live podcast was a big thing, right? And so they came to us and they're like, hey, would you guys be willing to do like your interview show, a waste of time on stage? And so it's like you and like, I don't know, Action Bronson, we're like, we love action. And we love like performing, but like, is that really what we want to do? Like, you could put anyone up there and do that.
Well, do you regret that decision now that you see like Kill Tony and shit like that? I don't know what I was just doing on the couch. Like, Am I air humping? There's something with my sound.
But also, can somebody kill Tony Hinchcliffe? He is very unlikable. Sorry.
Oh, Johnny, I don't blame you if you...
get him off the fucking...
I got two more questions. I got two more good questions.
Ask him to get off. Ask him to get off.
Done.
First question.
Milk, you're done.
Don, stop it. First question. Before I have to...
Hurry the fuck up.
During the verses, because I know you guys are from South Harlem.
Yeah. By the way, you're so back in our good graces.
Yeah, no, he's back.
I'm doing a whole...
You can't get rid of him. You can't get rid of him.
I know you guys are from South Harlem. And I also know you do a podcast with the Locks.
It's fine.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm blind. You gotta
Yeah, I know.
In one eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, yeah.
In one eye, out one ear.
Third eye blind mostly.
Come on.
There we go. Take another shot if
You
you're
earned
gonna
that
stay.
one, yeah.
You earned that one. Take another one, pal. I'll take one with
Jesus
you too.
Christ.
I'll take one.
Sorry.
I don't have it. I'll just
Yeah,
swing
you're
it.
out of
You're
sight.
Go ahead.
You're doing great.
And you do a podcast with the Locks.
Yes. Yeah.
Were you guys in the
Not gonna
building?
give it, I'm like-
Yeah.
Who were you rooting for?
The Locks.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are hardcore
like-
Locks fans. They
But
don't even.
also
But they're from
hardcore
South
Dipset.
Harlem.
And we do
Yeah.
love Cam, we do love Jimmy.
Yeah, but like we're like
Yeah.
we're in a
Locks is
circle.
fans.
Also,
Joel's
also,
there.
did you like feel like a palpable thing after
Yeah.
Jadakiss? Like, because
Yeah.
I was just watching it on my Instagram. I'm a big Jadakiss fan.
Yeah.
I'm from Portland, Oregon. That's probably hard to imagine. But
I know
I
you're from Queens.
well.
Nah, he's from
Would you guys
Oregon.
stop fucking sweet talking
He's
each
from
other
Oregon.
over there? Why are you smiling like you just finger banged somebody's cat? Hey,
He always does.
He always figure bangs. Wait, he always figure bangs.
Stanley! Yeah!
did you feel like a certain type? Because I don't Jadakiss. I mean, I've never met him, never seen him.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, fuck, because in my crib everybody's Dipset fan.
Oh, you
Yeah.
you said fuck Dipset? Because Jimmy will be here later. Is that what you said? No, finish your
He's
sentence.
coming to pick me up.
You said fuck
First
Dipset?
of all, I said everybody in my crib was
Louder.
Dipset's fan.
Right.
My favorite rapper is Jadakiss.
So you were like
My
what?
oldest brother's favorite rapper is Cameron.
So you were like what?
Let's go Jadakiss.
But what you
say
really
fuck
said
the
was...
set?
Yeah.
Did you say
No, I
fuck
never
the
said. Bitch, you put words in my mouth.
You
I
said
never-
it!
I never said fuck Dipset.
He said it.
just said it.
No, it's all good. Yo, we'll talk about it when Jim gets here. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm on your. Bro, fuck you. But how proud of you?
Now he's flustered.
Listen, you should go out to this music.
Yeah,
Just
go
walk
ahead. Just
away
get
from it.
out of here. Just get out.
Let me
We want to
finish
have a. Okay,
my
go
line of thinking.
Yo, this
Please.
music makes me think that intern's gonna come over and just like kill you.
Bro, can I
This
just?
is the best. All right, the last thing I'll say, and then you. This is the best discovery on the show ever. This is the greatest. Like you have to sit here every episode and whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
That was
Finish
great.
your
But anyway,
dumbass.
how proud of you were Jada at?
Jada was very proud of me.
Yeah. Yo, this is real shit. We talked to Jada before, and we helped plan out the actual like set list, right?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We were in the building, surrounded by a crowd that clearly.
And this is
thought
what
that-
I was trying to say.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
surrounded.
Yeah,
with
no, it was
Dipset
definitely
fans.
because
Dipset
when you
heavy.
think, no
Yeah.
question, and when you look back in our era,
Yeah.
it was definitely equal who had the streets. There was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Rocks, there was
Yeah.
Dipset, there was even Rockefeller, like
Yeah.
the Beanie and them.
Yeah.
But for that particular verses, it felt like there was way more Dipset.
Yep.
rooting.
They were playing music
fans.
outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody was in like
I think it's
Dipset
because
cosplay.
and I have so much
Yeah.
respect for the Lox, so
Yeah.
I'm not. Don't take this the wrong
Yeah,
way.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like Dipset was just so culturally relevant between like all the clothing, everything. There was just like stands.
Definitely.
They
Yeah.
wanted to see that.
Well,
I was
good point.
crushed,
Yeah.
and but I wasn't shocked. But I was crushed when I seen them get defeated like that
It
because
was
that
a
was
big
an
thing.
ass whooping. That
And
was,
I was there. It was crazy. Like to go back to what you said. So yes, like even outside,
Yeah.
you would have thought it was like actually a Dipset party. Like you would have
Yeah.
thought we was going to Dipset.
Yeah.
Like
the underdogs came in the building and won,
and they
Yeah.
saw
and
the
won
Lox.
by a landslide.
Yeah.
Yeah, by far.
If you look at our tweets, we still got them up. Like it was a run of just like all caps. Like I can't believe this. This is
Yeah.
like craziness.
Yeah.
And those guys were so like that was just what they do, right? If you go to a Lox show like right now, they do that same
Right.
set. They have the same chemistry.
But also, like, okay, there's two such different types of entities.
Yeah.
You know, you have one that is purely a collective, and you have one that is
Best friends
Yeah,
for a
best
long
friends, and
time.
so like
Facts.
it's just like
Yeah.
who like perform together all the
Also,
time.
solo artists like Jim
Yeah.
had a solo career, Joel's had a solo career,
Yep.
Cam had a solo career.
Yeah.
They're, knowing them well, they're all different. They all hang
Yep.
with different people.
Totally.
They come together to do a show, but they're not the Lox. The Lox
Yep.
literally
Hang up.
Brothers.
every
And so what the
single
Lox
day.
did for this was very much like readying for like a boxing match, right?
Yeah.
So they really did like
Every
hunker
day.
down and rehearse and plan out, and they're like,
You could feel it when
if
you
these
watch
guys
it.
go this way, we're gonna go this way.
Yeah.
right?
And that's crazy too, cause you feel me? Like I be around like Jim a little bit,
Yeah.
and they even said it like, yo, bro, like they just pulled up.
Nah, Jadakiss
It was more so
crazy.
on the Dipset thing, like Jim didn't say this, but from what I've read,
Yeah.
on the Dipset thing, it was, all right, let's just get this bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lox was like, nah, fuck that. We about to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, we got to remind y'all. So
Yeah.
it was like, damn.
Can we tell you a good Cam story?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Come Home With Me, was it the
20th.
20th anniversary at the Apollo?
Facts.
Okay, so we're very excited, right? Like, Cam, Come Home With Me, at the Apollo, we have to be there. So we
Was
know
it at
we
the
know
Apollo?
them. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. So we're like, okay, we know we're on the list. We're gonna be good. So we live on the Upper West Side. We walk
South
up there.
Harlem.
Yeah, South
Yeah,
Harlem.
yeah.
We walk up there. We get out front, and they got the big, Come Home With Me
On the marquee.
on the marquee, and we're about to go like check in at Will Call when a camera crew walks up to us and like, hold up, it's the real. Can we get you guys just like so we can use this later on? Can we get you guys saying what a great show it was, like in front of the marquee while we got the light out? We're like, yeah, of course. So we do our whole thing with the AKAs, and we're like, yo, we wouldn't have missed this for the world.
wow.
We're here in Harlem, like, shout out to like 1199, shout out to
At
the
the
West
end
Side.
of this, could we not to interrupt? At the end of this, could we get some AKAs?
Yes, yeah.
I
Oh, by
haven't
the
seen
way,
that in
you
so
feel like people
long.
stole that from you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Wait,
it's definitely a thing now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
for sure.
people-
But we did it different. I mean, like,
It is documented.
Yeah.
Like we've been doing it. Like
Because I feel like when you guys, because I remember watching y'all at MTV2.
yeah.
You guys are doing
Yeah, you go back.
AKA.
Yeah.
Yo, you're really on their dick, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, just let it out.
Chill. As much glazing I be seeing y'all do, let
He must want to get an interview by you guys. So, you think you're about a mixtape
Oh
coming out?
yeah. Out of all, like, I just actually like what they do.
No, you don't.
And I'm not glazing.
Yeah.
I know it.
So
let me-
You are so uncomfortable.
so we do the
Are you
thing.
uncomfortable? Am I making you uncomfortable? My bad.
So we do the thing. We walk up to Will Call, and the lady is just like, we're like, hi, Eric Rosenthal, Jeff Rosenthal. And she's like, never heard of you. We're like, okay, cool. It's the real, one word, no apostrophe, no spaces. And she was just like, you're not on the list.
And it's like we're not those guys to like make any sort of, and so we're just like, all right, we'll just like hit our the publicist, and so we hit Chanel.
Can I just do a quick aside?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Quick
You
aside.
wanted him on still.
I'll leave after this aside.
Good, please, just finish. Go ahead.
One time I walked into a Conway show and they did not want to let me in. My manager knows whatever.
Who are you, bro? Of course they don't want to let you in. They don't know you.
They were fine with the rest of the crew walking in. They saw me looking like fucking whoever. They did not want me in that place. And then once my manager came, like,
Just
"Nah,
go
he's
out
with
on
us."
this music.
The hatred.
Get out, get off.
The
Just go
balance
out
of
on this
Get
music.
off, get off.
Go out on the music.
Get
Take the
out.
I'm a
shot.
shining
All
light.
right,
Take
all
the
right,
shot.
All right.
I'm out. Anyway, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Great meeting you.
Thanks for everything, Bill. Oh, he's gonna kill that.
There we go. There we go.
Go crazy, Milc.
Like y'all.
Yeah.
Keep doing what y'all do.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
One day we're gonna do some shit.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I knew it was
that?
coming.
Who's that?
He
Out of
wanted
all
something from
the
you
guests
guys.
we had, this is the one where you're like, yo, Milk. What an idiot.
So Stanley.
Peace, y'all. Sorry.
So we're outside the
All right,
Apollo.
we back.
Yes, please continue.
We're outside the Apollo, and we've been told that we are not on the list.
Oh,
so
wow.
Jeff hits up the publicist.
And she's like, no, like you guys are. She's like, I think you guys are on the VIP list on 126th
We're like,
Street.
Oh, yeah, they just pulled
the
that
back.
shit with me too. You gotta go
Of
to the back.
course.
Yeah. And so we're like, oh, no problem. There's a little skip in our step. We go around the corner.
Yep.
And we walk through, and they there's a security thing, so you have to walk through, and they say, "Great. By the way, do you have a COVID test from today?" We're like,
What?
"Here?
Yeah.
Wait, back
Now?
For a
there?
Dipset show?
Yeah.
Like-
Wow. What the hell?
And so we were like, no, we don't.
And they're like, "Don't worry about it. There's a tent on the corner. You can just go there."
Because remember those times when it was just like get a
of
COVID
course,
test
you
in
get
every
them
corner,
anywhere.
right?
Yeah.
So we walk down to the corner. That place is closed. We go to CVS, closed. We go to
There's a place across the street on 125th Street. It says 24/7 doctor.
not 24/7, not a doctor.
So we're like, fuck.
Why do I
like,
feel like somehow Cameron is gonna be wherever
So-
you get to?
So yeah, so Jeff's like, I know what to do. Let's go to Harlem Hospital. So we get in an Uber, we run up to Harlem Hospital, we walk into the emergency room where people are like suffering from real emergencies, right? We're like, hey, can you just like swab our nostrils and everything? They're like, get the fuck out of here. We're like, you're right.
So we end up going to a bodega. There was caution tape everywhere. And then we walked in, we finally got a thing.
Yep.
Swabbed our noses on
On someone's stoop on
Yeah.
like 137th Street, right?
Oh, yeah, do the home test.
Documenting ourselves because we're like, who's ever gonna believe this? Like, we're gonna pull up and be like, yeah, we did our test or whatever. So we're like videoing ourselves like it was like a terrorist, like a hostage video, right? So we're just like, today is whatever, and we are here on, whatever. And so then we gotta wait 30 minutes for it to actually like register. Then you have to put it into some sort of
Yeah.
like app. And then we jumped in an Uber, went back to 126th Street, and now it is just
rammed.
chaos.
Yeah.
Everyone in Harlem is waiting to get in there. Like, Joel's and Twin can't get in, right?
Yeah.
It is just like not good. And we're like waiting there, and we're like, are we fucked? And Jimmy pulls up, hops out, sees us, and he was like, y'all can't get in? He was like, damn, if it was my show, you'd be good, but because it's Cam's,
Good luck.
Yeah.
and we walked home.
Damn,
So,
you didn't
but
get
the
it.
worst part
Yeah.
is that now there's a video out there where we're just like, yo, we wouldn't have missed this show for the world. Like,
Oh, yeah, I never
Funny.
got a
Yeah,
chance.
never
to
got
get
in, never got
Okay.
in.
Cameron shows are pandemonium.
Yeah.
No organization
Yep.
from the outside. Not talking about when the
No, for sure.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like,
goes on, but if you're on a guest list, good luck.
oh, we
Yeah.
saw, there was a Spotify show a million years ago. It was one of those like Dipset reunion shows,
Yeah.
right? And it was at like,
I did that with them.
Did you?
It was at
I
Hammerstein.
don't. Yeah, yep. And
Yeah.
I had done it with Flex because Flex knew I was working with Cam.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It was right around
And
the time when
ASAP Mob was opening for them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That was a long
So
time
we were
ago.
outside across the street with Emery and Lenny S and maybe Law or somebody, and we watched how Cam, because they hadn't started the show yet, and we were just like, this is crazy, and we're waiting to sort of like see if we want to get in.
Yeah.
And we saw Cam walking with the parade of people behind him.
Yeah, it was like Pied Piper. It was just
Right.
like there were at least like 150 people following behind him.
And then we spoke to Emmanuel. Manny, she
Manny,
used to work
she's
for
from
Rockefeller,
Rockefeller, yeah.
and now she worked at Atlantic, and now she's at Cam, and she's very close with Cam. And we told her the story, and she was just like, "Yeah, Cam does that because everyone wants to get in, and he figures if he walks around long enough, he'll lose certain
Yo,
people
it's true.
and get in with like just two."
He's got a method to his madness.
Yeah.
He's got a method to his madness.
It was pretty incredible.
Oh, wow.
Well, look, I don't have any more questions on mine. I don't know if you guys have questions for me. Stanley, I don't know if you have more questions. Don, if you don't. Oh, Stanley's got more?
No.
Not according to
I think he's
Jacob.
fed up, man.
Oh, wow. We haven't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't do that one.
Has blogging ever got you laid?
Has blogging ever gotten us laid? Yes.
Too
famously,
much, yeah.
famously, there were a lot of women on the blogs who were like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Trying to fuck?
You ever,
Yeah.
you ever-
Let's clap it up for that one. God damn. Good question, Stanley.
That's a good one.
Person.
Great
What?
question.
What kind of person?
Oh, damn. Oh, he
good
wants
person."
detail?
Yeah.
Are you asking man
a
or
decent,
woman or?
Yeah.
a decent
yeah.
person?
Yeah.
Have you
Same
ever?
question you told me not to ask last time.
Who was
wants to
here
know-
last time?
He wants to know which way you guys are swinging. Was it a man that you got
Man
laid
or
by
woman?
or a woman?
Well, we got.
Yeah,
Are you asking?
I'm asking.
Stanley,
Oh man, it's God.
you're not my type.
Yeah.
I'm not me.
I don't
I'm
want you,
asking
Stanley.
the
I don't
question.
want you, Stanley. It's okay.
I know.
They had me say that last week.
Oh, well,
You're-
Who was the guest last
Say
week?
to slow and bucks.
I don't remember, but now that I'm looking at your nose, the nose hairs are like symmetrically out on both sides.
If I know.
I can't help it.
Jimmy's
They're popping
coming
right out of
after
your
this?
nose.
Oh, no, I think he was trolling.
Oh, okay. I was just like,
He
I
do
was
have
like,
a video after this,
I was
though.
like, you and Jimmy gonna get along?
Oh no, he'll love it. He'll love that. You're sick of them, right? You want them out of here?
Stanley, can we get a lift home?
He's ready to
Stanley,
go.
they need a ride.
It's Rosh
home. You got
Hashanah.
him?
He's like,
right.
what am I doing on set? Do you know these are two fellow Jews?
Yes.
You saw the
How
profile?
could you
You saw
tell?
literally everything about us.
The nose, what? How'd you know?
You follow us on Twitter?
Somebody, no, you told me.
I didn't tell you. Well,
I
guys,
think
it
they
was
told
great
me.
having you.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're the best.
Really good.
The best.
You guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yo, congratulations on everything. Yeah. You appreciate a self-made guy.
2, 3, 4.
Fuck it, I spit it like I'm in the studio. Dog gave me too much Don Julio. When I spit it just like a movie though. Try to see the lips to a pussy hole. But I catch him on the wake up. I look like a white hick like Jacob. Fuck these fake fucks, you can take cuts. I make much, sight get it made up. They like Leche got the juice. Hold the house down like a moose. I'm like David Caruso. Who's better on the booth or off the top? It's more often than not. I won't stop and not. You better get your shit at the pawn shop. I went and snatched his chain off. This shit vroom, vroom, like a chainsaw. Let my brain off from the cameraman. I'm the white boy, it's still candy, man. Yeah. Bitch, get the buzz bites. They still saying they thug life. Yeah. They must have been off the drugs, right? Till they fed out with them slugs like. Rhyme out again. Ray, tell them 9 times out of 10. You not really with the family. Your stacks are short like Stanley. Tommy the shipes right. I got it looking like it's fight night. Too many punchlines. My shit longer than a lunch line. I come in during crunch time. They had to tell them it was one time. They don't really be knowing. They ain't doing nothing like Owen. Off the top, I be flowing. Got your bitch clitoris growing. It might be a microbead. You don't really like the beat. Let it go. I put him right in the camera like Fuego. Take notes. Both sides. Northeast Portland. Shout out to the band. I don't know why I ever try to memorize a rap. Cause they're the best. Shout out GoodTalk, you pricks. Here we are, another